So many stories that have been made up about me. I've heard I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true.
This Diddy drama just won't stop blowing up. Things keep getting crazier by the day. So Jaguar Wright is out here claiming that Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey didn't just break up out of nowhere. Oh no, there's a whole messy backstory. She's saying that MBJ got sent a tape of Lori from one of Diddy's wild parties, and that's when everything between them started to fall apart. And get this, Jaguar says it was Diddy himself who allegedly sent that tape as revenge after finding out Michael had messed with Cassie. That's wild. Now that part about Cassie isn't just gossip. She actually confirmed in court that she briefly dated Michael B. Jordan during one of her breaks with Diddy. According to her testimony, she had a little fling with Michael back in 2015 after finding out that Diddy was cheating on her. That adds a whole new layer to this drama. And yeah, Lori did date Diddy before she got with MBJ, so her past wasn't exactly a secret, but allegedly, Michael didn't really understand what kind of situation that relationship was, or what Lori might have been involved in until Diddy dropped that tape on him. Imagine the shock of that moment. But the story doesn't stop there, because here's where it gets even messier. There's the Steve Harvey connection. Steve and Diddy have known each other for years, and it's kinda ironic how Steve loves to preach about love and relationships, especially to women, yet seemed totally fine with his daughter dating Diddy. And don't forget about Marjorie Harvey. Things between her and Diddy have been whispered about too. Marjorie Harvey's name has been floating in the rumor mill for years, and people can't stop talking about her possible role in this whole situation. Some are even saying she pushed Lori to get close to Diddy, supposedly for the connections, the clout, and the spotlight. That's a wild claim, but it sure makes you wonder. So now the big question is, was Michael B. Jordan really that naive? Did he fall for Lori's classy, elegant image without realizing what was going on behind the scenes? And what on earth was on that rumored Diddy tape that supposedly got shown to MBJ? This story just keeps getting darker. Let's really dig into this, because somehow, this entire Diddy, Steve, Harvey, Lori situation didn't even make it into 50 Cent's documentary. Isn't that strange? Especially since so much shady stuff was going on during that exact time. And the weirdest part? Hardly anyone called it out. Well, almost no one. Jaguar Wright has been the loudest voice on this topic, and she's now saying that Lori's connection to Diddy is what caused her breakup with Michael B. Jordan.
Spotted in them streets with Justin, and then she was spotted in them streets with Diddy, and they all tried to sit there and pretend like that wasn't what it was.
When you look at the timeline, it kinda adds up, doesn't it? MBJ and Lori split just a few months before Cassie's lawsuit hit the public. Allegedly, around that same time, Diddy was working overtime to keep people quiet, especially anyone who might back Cassie's story or expose more of what was happening behind closed doors. And according to Jaguar's claims, that might have even included MBJ himself, since he briefly dated Cassie back in 2015. Word is, Diddy supposedly had someone show Michael a video of Lori, allegedly filmed at one of those infamous FO parties. And just like that, boom! Lori and Michael were done. No warning, no explanation. Just over. That sudden breakup had everyone online saying, "What just happened?" Michael B. Jordan has never publicly explained what caused the split. But when you look at the timeline, it definitely raises some serious questions. One minute, they were all over interviews talking about marriage, commitment, and growing old together. And the next, it was completely over. No slow fade, no quiet drifting apart. It ended in a flash. Because of how fast everything went down, that rumor about Michael seeing some kind of tape is starting to sound a lot more believable to a lot of people.
Pick up on signs pretty quickly and then register it, digest it, and then go.
Right after the breakup news hit, both Lori and MBJ unfollowed each other on social media instantly. They deleted every picture, every post, like they wanted to erase the entire relationship overnight. Fans started buzzing, saying something major must have gone down behind closed doors. And then came that NBA game moment. Michael sitting courtside, looking heartbroken. People were online saying he looked like he was holding back tears, like something had really shattered him. Some even said he looked dead inside, and the internet went wild trying to figure out why. Then came that moment at the Drake and 21 Savage concert, when MBJ threw that little jab with the "her loss" comment. Everyone caught it, and social media lit up. Was that shade aimed at Lori? So the question is, did Michael actually see some kind of tape that left him completely stunned? That's the rumor swirling right now. But honestly, even if that part isn't true, the whole Lori-Diddy connection is already strange enough on its own. The massive age gap, the weird timing, the family approval, and the fact that Lori was close to Kim Porter. It all makes the situation feel off, even if nothing was ever recorded. Let's rewind for a second and really look at the timeline of Lori and Diddy's so-called romance, because this is where things start getting extra unsettling. Rumors about the two first started swirling online in early 2019, just months after Kim Porter passed away. That timing alone had everyone feeling uneasy. And it got even more awkward when people remembered that after Kim's death, Lori posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, saying how close she was to Kim and even calling her Mama. She wrote, "Having a hard time processing this one. You were such a beautiful person inside and out. Thank you for always being so sweet and loving to me. I'm so glad I told you how much I loved and missed you the last time I saw you. Your energy was truly something special, an angel on earth and now in heaven. R.I.P. Mama Kim." That post hit people hard, but when the rumors about Lori and Diddy started, it made everyone stop and ask, if Kim was really like a mother figure to Lori, then what exactly does that make Diddy? The whole situation just felt off. For Lori to call Kim Mama and then start seeing Diddy barely 3 months after Kim's death, it's honestly disturbing to a lot of folks. Anyway, according to reports from Hot New Hip Hop, during the first week of March 2019, Lori and Diddy were spotted together at a reggae music festival in Miami. That's when the whispers turned into full-blown talk. Paparazzi photos and fan videos started flooding social media, and the internet went wild, asking what was really going on between them. At that time, Lori was just 22 years old, and Diddy was 50. That 28-year age gap had everyone doing double takes. As soon as those festival clips started circulating, Lori's team moved fast, real fast. They tried to calm the rumors, but by then, the story had already exploded online. Lori's team wasted no time trying to shut down the rumors. Her rep went straight to TMZ and flat out denied that there was anything romantic going on between her and Diddy.
They're heating things up in Italy. Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
But even with that official statement, things just didn't seem to line up. Throughout the summer of 2019, Lori and Diddy were seen together a lot. People kept catching them out and about. Dinners, parties, and that one moment that really had everyone talking. A late-night walk through the streets of New York City. The energy between them didn't exactly scream just friends, and fans definitely noticed. Then, in July 2019, things got even more interesting. A source close to Lori told Hollywood Life that she and Diddy had grown closer after Kim Porter's passing.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, they were seen in Cabo, and at one point, Diddy reaches underneath her blouse to touch her stomach, almost as in like a, oh, baby.
But the insider made sure to add that their bond was supposedly strictly platonic. The source claimed Lori was just being there for Diddy during his grief. They said, Lori has been friends with the whole family for years, but she and Diddy have gotten a lot closer over the past 6 months or so. Really since Kim's death, because Lori was very close to Kim too. She was grieving too, so she was really able to be there for Diddy and his grief. She uplifts him. Lori has a way of making him smile. She makes him happy. They're good friends. That might have sounded sweet on paper, but people weren't buying it. I mean, how do you go from grieving together to hitting up festivals and clubs just months later? The timeline didn't feel right. Fans couldn't help but raise eyebrows when reports came out that Diddy and Lori not only attended that reggae music festival together, but were also spotted at a strip club in Atlanta not long after. That definitely didn't look like a friendship built on just emotional support. Sure, everyone handles loss in their own way, but grieving in a strip club? That had people seriously confused. It just didn't sit right with anyone. Anyway, things between Lori and Diddy started moving fast. By August 2019, the two were already taking a full-on family vacation to Italy, with Steve and Marjorie Harvey right there with them. The photos from that trip had the internet in a chokehold. Everyone was like, wait, what? because it looked way more like a couple's getaway than a grieving friendship. But then, just a month later, the story took another wild twist. Lori and Diddy jetted off again, this time to Mexico, and TMZ snapped photos of Diddy placing his hand on Lori's stomach. You can imagine how that went online. Boom! The pregnancy rumors exploded overnight. Now, as far as anyone knows, those pregnancy claims turned out to be false. But it was still super weird how Steve and Marjorie were openly supporting the whole thing, especially knowing that Steve and Diddy go way back. That longtime friendship made the entire situation even more eyebrow-raising. And here's where things got even messier. Because after that Mexico trip, the whispers around Lori and Diddy's relationship went from quiet gossip to full-on scandal talk. Photos kept popping up of them stepping out together, looking cozy and comfortable, like they had nothing to hide. But behind the scenes, people were talking, especially about how Steve and Marjorie seemed totally cool with it all. Fans couldn't wrap their heads around it. Steve Harvey, the same man who gives out relationship advice on TV and talks about protecting your peace, was smiling side by side with the guy nearly 30 years older than his daughter. Folks started saying it looked less like fatherly approval and more like keeping powerful connections alive. That idea alone had social media losing its mind. And while everyone was dissecting every new photo and headline, more rumors started swirling. Claims that Lori and Diddy's romance wasn't as genuine as it looked. Some sources said it was more about image, access, and industry positioning than love. Others said Diddy was trying to prove something after Cassie moved on. No one really knew, but the timing sure looked suspicious. By the end of 2019, things between Lori and Diddy quietly fizzled out. No public breakup, no statement, nothing. Just silence. Diddy suddenly stopped being seen with her, and Lori went ghost on the topic altogether. That's when people realized something must have gone down behind closed doors. Whatever happened, it clearly wasn't just a casual fling. It left a trail of tension, questions, and a lot of side eyes toward the Harvey family's friendship with Diddy. After things fizzled out between Lori and Diddy, you'd think the drama would calm down. But nope, it only got louder. Fans started connecting dots that made the whole timeline look way too convenient, because not long after her split from Diddy, Lori popped up dating Future, and that turned into its own headline circus. It felt like she was moving through the industry faster than anyone could keep up. Meanwhile, people kept wondering what really happened between her and Diddy behind the scenes. There were whispers that things didn't end smoothly, that some kind of tension or falling out went down, especially since Diddy suddenly stopped acknowledging her altogether. It was like he erased her from his narrative overnight. That silence spoke volumes. And let's not forget, around that same time, rumors about Diddy's personal life were getting darker, with new accusations and lawsuits starting to bubble up. Fans were now looking back at his connection with Lori and asking if there was more to that relationship than what we all saw in the photos. The age gap, the family ties, the timing, it all just looked too strange. Then came the talk about Steve and Marjorie again. How did they go from being protective parents to standing beside Diddy in public, smiling like everything was normal? Some insiders claimed Marjorie was the one encouraging Lori to keep things friendly with Diddy for the networking perks and attention. Whether that's true or not, it painted the family in a very different light. By early 2020, Lori was already linked to Michael B. Jordan, and people couldn't help but side-eye that new romance too. Because if Jaguar Wright's claims have any truth to them, Diddy might have made sure that relationship didn't last long either. There's just no way Michael B. Jordan didn't know about Diddy's reputation. It's been public for years. But what makes this whole story even creepier is the history behind it. Diddy has known Steve Harvey since the late 90s or early 2000s, which means he's known Lori since she was a kid, like before she was even 10 years old. Back then, Diddy was already a grown man in his mid to late 30s, and the fact that he later dated her? That's unsettling on so many levels. Now, let's go back to those photos of Lori and Diddy in Italy. Did you notice Lori's white nail polish? Maybe it's nothing, But once Cassie revealed in her lawsuit that Diddy allegedly made her wear white polish during certain private sessions, people couldn't help but speculate that Lori might have been involved in something similar. It's a chilling detail that fans haven't been able to shake. So what do you think? Do you believe the rumors that Michael B. Jordan was shown a tape of Lori and Diddy? And what's your take on Steve and Marjorie Harvey openly supporting that relationship when everything about it felt so questionable? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment to keep this conversation going, because this story is far from over.